Destiny is one of the most vital concepts in traditional culture. The ancients respected heaven and believed in destiny, asserting that life and death are predestined. Wealth and honor depend on heaven, or, to gain is my luck. To lose is my fate. Yet, there is also the saying, virtue overcomes fate. Is this a contradiction? Ancients, whether in the East or the West, believed that human fate was predetermined and arranged, called destiny is ordained by heaven. Therefore, throughout human history, from ancient to modern times, prophets appeared in various religions and beliefs. They came bearing a divine mandate on a small scale. They could foretell an individual's fate, and on a large scale, they could expound upon the history of an entire dynasty. The Buddhist school believes that human fate is based on the law of cause and effect spanning the past, present, and future, all created by the accumulation of karma and virtue over many lifetimes. The seeds we sowed before will be the fruit in this life. If you want to know the causes in your past life, look at what you are receiving in this life. If you want to know the results in your future life, look at what you are doing in this life. If you want to know what you did in a past life, look at what you are enjoying now. If you want to know what you will enjoy in the next life, look at what you are doing in this present life. A person's life, whether rich and noble or poor and humble, disaster or blessing, longevity or early death, is all determined by cause and effect. The Tang Dynasty book, Chao Yi Qian Zai, records a small story about a famous remonstrance official named Wei Zheng. It is said that while Wei Zheng was serving as the vice president of the secretariat, he had two assistants. Once, as Wei Zheng lay down to rest after a long trip, the two men discussed outside the window. One said, "Our official positions are all decided by him." The other said, "Everything is ordained by heaven." Hearing this, Wei Zheng wrote a letter and ordered the man who said, "Decided by him," to deliver it to the Ministry of Rights. The letter read, "Please give this man a good official position." This man had no idea what was inside the letter. Unfortunately, as soon as he stepped out the door, he was in too much pain to walk, so he had to ask the man who said, "Ordained by heaven," to deliver the letter for him. The next day, an order arrived stating that the man, decided by him, would stay, while the man, ordained by heaven, was appointed to an official post. Wei Zheng found it strange and questioned them, and they truthfully recounted the entire incident. After hearing this, Wei Zheng sighed and said, "Official positions and salaries are indeed ordained by heaven." The ancients had a saying, "Man proposes, heaven disposes." In life, people can calculate, plan, and strive to achieve what they want, but success or failure, the ultimate result, is still ordained by heaven. However, the ancients also said, destiny is in heaven, but luck is in man, meaning that while each person's core destiny is fixed by heaven, their luck, or fortune, can still be changed by themselves. What is the meaning of this ability to change? From ancient times to the present, some have used many ways to improve their fate, such as changing their name based on their lunar birth date and the 8 characters, or changing the feng shui of their residence, work, or family, or cultivating their mind and character and doing many good deeds. In some cases, people truly feel a change, while in others, there is no change at all. Generally, however, these changes are quite small. This is called changing one's luck. As for changing one's destiny, becoming a king or a high official in one step, it is extremely rare throughout history. Something one can count on one's fingers. There is a story from the Tang Dynasty about a man named Pei Du. Pei Du had been poor since childhood. One day, on the road, Pei Du met the monk Yi Sheng. The monk looked at Pei Du's features and saw restless eyes and lines running toward his mouth, which were the signs of a street beggar destined to die of starvation and hardship. The monk sighed and advised Pei Du to focus on doing some good deeds. Once, while visiting Hung Sun Temple, Pei Du was walking by a pavilion well and found a bundle containing a relatively large amount of silver. Some books record it as a precious jade belt. Pei Du thought to himself that such a large fortune was linked to someone's life. So despite his poverty, he did not take it but waited nearby to find the person who dropped it. Not long after, a woman ran up crying and said, "My father was framed and imprisoned. I just borrowed some silver in hopes of ransoming him. Today, while coming to the temple to burn incense, I somehow dropped it. If anyone found it, please give it back to me. My father's life depends on it." Seeing this, Pei-du immediately returned the silver to the woman. She thanked him profusely and hurried away. One day, Pei-du met the monk Yi Xing again. Seeing Pei-du, the monk was surprised and said, "Your fate was supposed to be death by starvation. Have you accumulated some hidden virtue?" Pei-du later became a key official for 4 generations of Tang emperors, Xuanzang, Muzong, Jingzong, and Wenzong, and was a multi-talented famous general. History remembers him as a man of consistent virtue throughout 4 reigns. Pei-du had 5 sons, all of whom had illustrious reputations and extraordinary abilities. Throughout history, many people have focused on doing good deeds, single-mindedly seeking out good work to do. Some even exhaust themselves building temples and casting statues. Yet it seems all they gain is a little peace of mind. Meanwhile, Pei-du changed his entire life through one good deed. Is this perhaps unfair? People often say, do good deeds to accumulate virtue. But in fact, it should be said, do good deeds to accumulate hidden virtue. What is hidden virtue? The word hidden, yin, here does not carry the meaning of the underworld. This hidden means quiet, secret, discreet, and not revealed outwardly, similar to the meaning in the word silently. It means that a person who does genuine good deeds acts from their inner heart. They do not seek fame, do not seek repayment, do not show off, and act entirely from pure and kind intentions. Therefore, in historical records, good deeds done quietly, discreetly, and silently were called great kindness by the ancients. The word hidden here has another implication. When doing a good deed that everyone knows about, can one still accumulate hidden virtue? In truth, to know whether it is good or not, one must examine the person's heart. But what is in a person's heart is difficult for outsiders to know. Is a person genuinely doing good from their inner heart, or just doing it so that others will respect them more, value them more, or so that society will praise them more? There are actions that look like good deeds but do not accumulate hidden virtue at all, because those actions have partly become a means to seek fame and profit for themselves. Genuine good deeds are actually hard to find. They come as the occasion arises and start from the heart. Rushing everywhere and searching for many days might not result in finding a single good thing to do. Furthermore, if one searches with pursuit, it is mixed with selfish intent and cannot be considered a good deed. Therefore, traditional culture holds that a person's blessings and virtue are not obtained by intentionally going out to do good. Moreover, the ancients emphasized morality, so virtue is actually obtained through self-cultivation. Bui-du, even in poverty, still thought of others in difficult circumstances. He still did not lose the kind thoughts in his heart and maintained his character. Such a great act of kindness can truly change the bad karma from previous lives and change one's current destiny. Because when a person reaches the realm of selflessness and lack of desire, that genuine kindness is in harmony with the way of heaven and the laws of the world's operation. Since destiny is only a short segment of life within that operation, it can certainly be changed. This is, virtue overcomes fate, when virtue is large and plentiful enough. As for saying a little virtue or a little kindness, does it mean anything? Can it achieve virtue overcomes fate? This can only create a small amount of blessing for the present or perhaps the next life. People of the world are truly delusional, providing a meal for a few people, releasing a few fish, casting a few statues, while hurting so many people throughout their lives, killing so many lives, and damaging the way of heaven so much? And yet they want to change their luck and change their destiny. This kindness seems to be too greedy. Although it is said that fate is determined by heaven, the way of heaven also changes infinitely. Therefore, one cannot look at it in a narrow, fixed way. On the path of life, besides the predetermined things, there are actually choices, like being at a crossroads, faced with selections of a moral nature and universal values. How will people choose? There are people who, just because they feel that evil is not related to them, remain indifferent and silent. But with these types of selections, what one chooses directly decides their subsequent destiny and their future path. This is also what humans can proactively do. There is another way to change luck and destiny. Just as the Buddhist school teaches, cultivate to escape reincarnation. As the Taoist school teaches, return to the original true self. As Christianity teaches, salvation to heaven. This is the culture of cultivation, the most quintessential elements of human culture.